today, Parker, JP, hurt his calf and walked up on him there, so we sent him in. Other than that, everybody was out practicing, and Sonoris was back out there. He practiced, and so on. They were all out there and going. As far as the game, and then we added a couple offensive linemen, Joe Toledo, Spencer Johnson, and then Steve Smith, you were told, was put on PUP. So I'm out here working out with the trainers. As far as the game goes, it was good. There were some good things that you can take out of it. Even after watching the tape, I kind of feel the same way that I did after the game. There were some good things that we could take out of it. I thought, for the most part, the players played hard and aggressive football on both sides of the ball. Substitutions, which can be a nightmare on special teams, were good, and in the preseason, I'm saying, and on offense and defense, and those seemed to be good. The mechanics of the game went along fairly well. So plenty of room to work on all of this, and we got to tighten some things up offensively and defensively as we go here, and just continue to get better. And you saw the effort that the guys came out with today. This was one of the tougher practices today, with a very extended team period there. And the guys got a lot of reps, so but they came out and they worked. A lot of times after a day off, you don't get that same effort. So as long as that effort stays there, then we'll continue to get better. But we've got a lot of work to do.
Andy, we saw Mike Patterson out here on the side. What went into him being clear to do this, and what's the next step?
You know what, he's going to do that. He's going to kind of get himself back into shape. It'll be probably a week or so as we're looking at it now, and then that gives the doctors a chance to continue to evaluate him. And for him to get himself back where he feels like he can get out there and play. So
he's been cleared for that, for everything?
He's been cleared to go out there and do his conditioning, yeah. And so we're just holding off on that other part.
Andy, how about the way Desean looked out there today? It didn't seem like he dropped the ball. He had so much energy out there.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's got fresh legs. So that's compared to the other guys who are a little bit tired, but he's always got a little bounce in his step anyways, and he's got that great speed. And the nice part was you could tell that he had been working. So he went out and was able to function at a high level out here, and that's a plus, and it's a compliment to him. Sometimes the things that he went through can be a distraction. He obviously focused in and worked real hard, and then he pushed himself out here hard. So
you always talk about how you focus on guys who are in camp. So now that he's finally here, is it kind of just a little settling feeling to have one of your best players? It's not in the back of your mind where what's going through his head at the moment.
Well, listen, it's good to have him here and work with him. Yeah, that part. The other stuff, I don't go there, so I mean I don't have to worry about all that. But if it fits the story, you can put it in the story. But
I just don't have a guy in here.
Yeah, I don't worry about all that. I worry about when they're here and getting them right. So other than that,
is there anything chronic about Patterson's back?
Well, he's had work done on his back before, and so we're just we're going to make sure that we check this thing out and just that it's right. But right now, it looks like it's not too serious. We'll just see how it goes.
Talk about the maturity of Mike this year, both on the field and also as taking control of the team.
Well, you can see that. You can see, just like I do. I mean, you can see him in the huddle and taking charge and coaching guys up. We've had a few drills where we get everybody off the field, and as far as coaches and players, and so he's out there in charge of his group, and he's doing a nice job of making sure everybody's pulling their weight, and then he's making sure he pulls his weight. So it's and that's what great quarterbacks do.
Andy, how good is the competition right now for your quarterback, really from top to bottom? It seems like 6 or 7 guys
from
cornerback. Yeah. And how tough of
Well,
the problem you're going to have is make a decision at some point.
Yeah, see, that's one of the first things I tell the players is make this hard on Howie and I for that final cut. Make it the toughest decision we have to make during the year. And so go out and compete, don't count the numbers in the line. When you have an opportunity, show. Do your best. So we do have depth and competition, and there are going to be some good players that at the end of this that we have to let go. This past game they were able to get, everybody got an opportunity to play, so at least they have some film out there. As we go here, play time, we start honing in on a little bit more on the guys that we want to take a look at to make sure that they make the football team. So reps with the guys that are back, back in that third and fourth group get cut a little bit compared to what they had the other night. Anyways, there's great effort and great competition.
Andy, it looked like Henry, Alex, the kicker, struggled a little bit in practice today. Is that just growing pains for him? He's still kind of, and what would that be? Is he adjusting to something new?
Yeah,
Coming out?
well, yeah, he's, this is all part of the growing period. You remember, you take one of the greatest kickers ever to kick here was David Akers, and he came from another team, was let go from one team, came to this team, and really just did kickoffs his first year. So it's a tough position, and this kid is he's prepared for it. You saw him battle through and make the last kick, which was the toughest kick. I continued to move him back and gave him long-range kicks today, so it challenged him, and he stepped up. And a lot of guys, when things aren't going as smooth as they need to go right into the tank, and he battled through that and made the last kick, which was the toughest one. So it showed me a little bit. He's got to be more consistent as we go here, but he will. He's a hard-working kid and he's got a good way about him. Tough kid. So he'll be all right.
Do you have anything to do on Jeremy?
I don't. I'll see if Rick doesn't have. I don't have anything right now.
So you guys,
If there's something new coming up,
so you still don't know when it's coming back?
I don't.
Yeah.
Coach, those final cuts are going to be difficult every year, of course, but with the depth that you have here and not having had the full offseason to evaluate it, is it going to be about as tough this year as you can remember?
Well, listen. I mean, you're gonna do what you see and think is right. You don't quite have as many snaps on, but that's all right. I mean, that's the way it is everywhere. So we'll try to be as right as we possibly can.
It seemed like DRC was doing a little more in the nickel. Was that just trying to ease him, having to do a little more?
Yeah, the thing I mentioned before was just we wanted to make sure that both he and Namdi got comfortable in the corner. He's obviously had more reps on the corner than what Namdi has. Before we started moving him around. Well, now he feels comfortable. We took a few reps in there last week, and now we're just going to gradually feed him some more this week. And we have the flexibility to move either guy inside or out. Plus you have facility. So there's some good combinations you can use it. We also messed around a little bit with the linebackers and a couple of young guys in there working. They're pretty good cover guys.
With Asante, Andy, it was intimated that maybe he would at least listen to field offers. Has that stance changed at all to the point where no longer kind of listening and going forward with him on this team?
Well, that's what I told him initially. I told you. I mean, he's on our football team. That's what he is. So, and as you know, in this league, that people are always talking. I mean, that's what Howie Roseman is paid to do, and every other GM on every other team is paid to do. So, but he knows that he's on this football team, and that's the way it is. And you could ask me the same question on any player, and that's how it works. I mean, people are always calling and asking and talking and doing that. That's part of this game. But he's on the team.
Okay. Thanks. That's good.